today we'll be performing you a piece titled AAA.
Once upon a time, the sages revealed 9 ancient secrets to becoming the perfect Asian person. Trust us, this invaluable knowledge has been handed down from generation to generation.
1. Learn the Asian grading scale. A is acceptable, B is bad, C is a crisis, and D, do not come home.
Do you remember that time when you got a B?
Do you remember the time when you got a D?
2. Choose from one of the following career paths: doctor, lawyer, engineer, or entrepreneur. But don't forget, guys, you have to be successful.
3. Be tall, athletic, and thin. No one loves a fatty. But don't be too thin. No one loves chopsticks either. And if you're disabled, you're out of the picture.
4. No dating until you're married.
Wait, how does that work?
No dating until you're married.
5. Play a sanctioned instrument. You have to choose between the piano or the violin.
6. Marry someone within your culture and religion. And make sure they have a good job that pays at least 6 figures a year.
7. Show loyalty to your heritage. No bananas or coconuts are allowed. We don't like folks who are white on the inside.
8. Respect your family. Your parents did everything for you, and when they need you, you'll do everything for them. And don't even think about a retirement home. That's for those whose kids have failed them.
9. Be quiet. Keep your head down. And don't even think about challenging the status quo. The only way to succeed is to work twice as hard as everyone else.
But
Shut up.
And with that, we all lived happily ever after.
But wait. I was a child born in Indonesia, daughter to Indian parents, a family who migrated to Thailand before the partition. I was an amalgamation of rich cultures and histories, a combination of identities, but I was a stranger to individuality. I always had a Thai passport, and I moved there to live in 2009. My parents were both born there, and a line of my family members as well, natives. So I was considered a 5th-generation Thai. Strolling around the markets, asking vendors in Thai, "Hi, how much is this?" I would be met with open jaws and wide eyes. "You speak Thai? Oh my God, I've never met a foreigner who speaks Thai as well as you." To which I would laugh and say, "No, I'm Thai." To which everyone else would say, no, you're white, you're foreign. They would tell me where I was from, believing that me saying I was Thai was an effort to lower sales prices. That my identity was something I could trade. "Hi sir, how much is this?" "Oh, well, actually I'm from Thailand. Can you lower the sales price?" Or, "สวัสดีค่ะหนูเป็นคนไทยนะคะไม่พูดเล่นอยู่นะคะ" Seemed as though the only thing I was bargaining for was a right to belong to a culture. As I grew, I went to an international school, and on my first day, a Thai guy asked me, "Hey, where in Europe are you from?" To which I replied with, "What makes you think that? I'm Thai Indian," with a slight awkward laugh. Notice how I had now adopted Thai Indian. He said to me, "Huh? That's strange. I thought only Europeans had light eyes." Funny how my eyes had always been my favorite feature. On the day of my graduation, I'd been friends with an Indian guy for 5 years. He asked me, "By the way, where are you from again?" I explained, "I was born in Indonesia, but my parents were both born in Thailand, and I've always had a Thai passport, so nationality-wise I'm Thai, but ethnically I'm Indian." To which, "No way. I need to see family pictures. Show me, show me, show me." Now it seemed as though pictures were necessary evidence to prove my identity. I was constantly put on trial, and everyone else was on jury duty. seeing, watching, analyzing if I was guilty of identity theft.
Amidst the din and the fury of the storm, the acrid and steamy heat, the fat raindrops that fell in rivulets down gutters, the percussion as they hit on the cars and the roofs, the blaring horns, the cacophony of scurrying pedestrians, bicycles, trishaw drivers, school children and traffic, all wending their way. I saw a young man in white under a waxed umbrella, continuing unconcerned, calm, unhurried, as if in a reverie. He came into my vision like an exercise in Zen. Then he stooped under an awning into the depths of a herbalist shop. I caught my breath, awed by this impression of serenity. Would he be caught in the same confusion morass, convinced in the jaundiced prejudice for the male child, assured in his chauvinistic pride of place? Would he believe in karma? Would he delegate disability to neuter me even more to a life without passion and love? That scar, still raw and red from childhood, denigrates my sense of womanhood, that I was Chanfai, useless, destined as one of life's debris. I have never sought the love of the men of my race, for fear of that image mirrored in their dark eyes. My self-esteem, fragile, slowly built abroad in the land of strangers. Now, I catch myself daring to look at men and secretly weave a dream for a talisman to bind up those ancient wounds for the girl child who would allow herself to be healed back into the fold.
It was a Lunar New Year in Beijing. We were visiting family and friends, 9,000 kilometers away from the world I knew. In a dining room full of my parents' childhood classmates, catching up, sharing lives, sharing successes. There I sat, dutifully indulging the whims of these strangers. A single question, asked in a distant tongue, came barreling towards. All eyes turned and stared anticipation. Here we go again. 你是中国人或者是美国人? Are you American or are you Chinese? Not if, and, or, which one? A question to test my loyalty to the state. And it never mattered which one, it never mattered what I answered. It was always the wrong answer. Of course you're Chinese. It's in your blood. No, look at him. He was obviously raised in the West. 但听他的中文没有口音，肯定不是个老外。Listen to his Chinese. It has no accent. It's too good for a foreigner. No, there's no way he understands our culture, the way we think, the way we feel. And there I sat, silenced, simply watching them. Watching those who had learned my name mere minutes ago try to debate my truth. As they ignore every bit of complexity, every bit of my history, my identity, my experience, my voice. To decide if I am friend or foe. Again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight at Angry Asians Anonymous. So, how did it feel to share at tonight's meeting and hear everyone else's stories?
I feel like I always do. At this point, it's just how it is.
I feel angry.
What does that anger feel like? Is it a new feeling?
No, it isn't. I can't describe it, but it's like it's always been there, bubbling away beneath the surface. And every so often, I just want to break shit. I mean, there is nothing micro about people picking apart the parts of who I am. But I don't know how to deal with this anger other than to just squash it back down. Why can't I be angry? Why don't I know how to be angry?
Actually, I feel disappointed by how the world perceives me, always as another.
I feel exhausted. Why can't I just be without the constant judgment and questioning?
And I feel dehumanized, stripped down to a single defining trait that someone else is choosing for me.
But I feel angry.
I feel angry.
I feel angry.
I feel more than anger. I feel rage.
Allow that anger to come up. Allow the rage to flow. I'm giving you full permission to feel angry, rageful, and I get that it's scary because we've all been told over and over and over that we must be small, compliant, quiet in order to fit in, that we would only ever be tolerated because we're too much, too different to even dream of being accepted. But anger and rage, like the rest of our emotions, deserve to be heard and witnessed. They need to be expressed. Feeling angry doesn't make you a bad person or mean that you've lost the plot. It makes you 100% human. And at the point where it feels uncomfortable, when you're tempted to do what you know and default to swallowing your anger whole, to keep quiet, that's when you come to an AAA meeting. That's what the space is for.
All I want is to be seen as I am. I want to be accepted as I am. I want to be loved as I am. If only.
If only.
If only. We want to ask a little bit of audience participation. So, very quickly, if you have ever felt this sort of rage and anger and these sorts of emotions, I want you to quickly stand up. I want you to look around and see that you're not the only one, that there are others who felt this anger, who felt this rage, who felt this feeling before, and to know that our experiences are shared, whether how unique they are, but we are not alone in feeling this.
And thank you for coming out tonight.